Hi fans, thanks for clicking on the Dreaded D-Rose report. Let's get going. Oh, by the way, I know some of you guys know I got an info line for the phone. It's 317-335-4688, and I do a daily thing on there too. But anyway, one of the callers on there, his name is Billy the Trash Man. I don't. So anyway, he said that he got the Satan's Prison DVD the other day, and he was surprised that it was either the second or third match on the DVD was a Chris Benoit match. That's about the first time I think he's been on any of his matches been on any DVD. Just to let you know. And by the way, you fans notice that whenever Michael Cole opens the laptop computer, he always looks at the keyboard. He don't look at the screen. It's just odd. And another thing odd is Orton's ears anymore. They kind of look like Spock. I don't know what's happening there. Alright, back to the news, or start the news. According to the report on the Examiner.com, WWE officials are allegedly furious over a wedding photo of Michelle McCool and Undertaker that surfaced online. I seen it, and it's just a sweet picture of the two, darling of Taker. Anyway, while WWE officials had nothing against the couple's marriage or anything, they were just displeased with the release of the photo that distorts the company's ongoing vegetative state storyline. Taker, a big MMA fan, reportedly he didn't attend the UFC 116 event due to the storyline status. Undertaker's real name, by the way, Mark Calloway, married Michelle McCool on June 26, Austin, Texas. And I still think he's in a vegetative state. He got married, didn't he? Man. The phenomenal AJ Styles been named Pro Wrestling Illustrated PWI 500 winner for 2010. He's the first TNA wrestler to top the annual charts, which is now in the 20th year, which I wonder 20 years ago who was top one. Where was Flair? On Twitter, TNA President Dixie Carter congratulated Styles on his achievement, writing, "Congrats to AJ Styles on being TNA's first top ever PWI 500 wrestler in the #1 place in the world. So deserved," she says. Anyway, the issue hits the stands August 3rd, so don't be looking for it yet. TNA officials have quietly been regarding creative writer Ed Ferrara's recent departure from the organization. I don't know why they keep quiet about it, but what happened? So something strange going on there if they're hiding. In fact, those that were aware of the details surrounding his departure have declined to comment on the matter. Many within TNA feel that only a matter of time before Christopher Daniels returns to the organization, and for what it's worth, he's still listed on the company's website roster. As speculated, Daniels is going to be a part of the mystery tag team at Victory Road, although it turned out to be Samoa Joe and Rob Terry. And it's said that Joe and Terry were planned for the event all along, I guess. It's believed that TNA's may, and now this is a little inside info on TNA. WWE, because it's private, my fault, public, and they have to disclose all of their monies and all their expenses, incomes and everything to the stockholders. Well, with TNA's private, they don't have to. It is believed, though, that TNA's May and June pay-per-view buy rates on Sacrifice and Slammiversary drew approximately 8,000 buys apiece. The gross sum per the event would total approximately $111,000 for the company. Although that's before expenses of running live pay-per-view factored in. But by comparison, TNA and a live, I got this thing. Hold on a second.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
Somebody started talking. Anyway, by comparison, TNA drew in the neighborhood of 25,000 to 30,000 buys when Impact was airing at 11 o'clock on Saturday nights. And when World Championship Wrestling was on its deathbed, the company still garnered around 40,000 buys on their pay-per-views. Now, that's not saying they're dead, no, because TNA has cut back on a lot of their expenses. WCW did. To draw another comparison, illegal live streams of TNA wrestling pay-per-view events are nowhere as popular as World Wrestling Entertainment pay-per-views or UFCs. According to a source in monitoring, There are usually 30 to 50 unique live streams for wrestling pay-per-views with an average of about 1,000 viewers per stream prior to its determination. For the last week of Victory Road pay-per-view, there was only 5 streams across the major live streaming sites. That's Justin TV, Ustream, and Free to Cast, and I guess that was it. But anyway, that's I don't know anything about that live streaming and getting things illegally. No idea. And apparently, paying off for WWE's one-night reunion show 5 years ago for the ECW alumni, the one-night stand, TNA Wrestling is promoting its own reunion show as Hard Justice called One Last Stand. And it's a commercial running on cable and satellite TV providers promoting the event as such. It says commercial features TNA footage of ECW alumni such as New Jack, Raven, Sandman, and furthermore, audible ECW chants are heard at one point during the commercial. Years ago, when Shane Douglas ran the ECW reunion show for Hardcore Homecoming, WWE's legal team demanded they edit out the fans chanting ECW off of the DVD. So, in conclusion to Thursday's Impact, by the way, was greatly edited. Nothing major was cut out, though. Just it went a lot longer than the broadcast did. As reported earlier, too, last Thursday's episode of Impact had a 1.9 cable rating of about 4.44 million viewers. And believe it or not, the ratings stayed steady throughout the hour, so they didn't really lose any like they used to. Randy Orton, he was a top trending topic worldwide on Twitter last night, which shows a lot of interest in Orton's performance on Raw last night at the SummerSlam match with WWE champion Sheamus. Jack Swagger spoke to Silver Vision in the UK recently and was asked about being compared to Kurt Angle and if he uses an ankle lock finisher in a way to show he's better than the TNA star. Swagger said, "I'm a big fan of Kurt Angle, and it's great to be compared with him. The ankle lock is just something I picked up when I was training." Tommy Dreamer wrote the following on his Twitter after Kane won the world title match at Money in the Bank. "Congrats to Kane. If anyone ever deserved being a world champion, it was him. Even without knees, he's is one of the best." Bryan Danielson, he defeated QT Marshall this past weekend in Puerto Rico to win the IWA Puerto Rican belt. Danielson's attacked Savio Vega later on and will be returning to the promotion to feud with Vega next month. There's speculation that the apparent success of the Money in the Bank, ladder match pay-per-view will be scrapped from next year's WrestleMania 27. Money in the Bank matches would then take place on a yearly basis. Oh, by the way, Scott Hall was apparently released from the hospital yesterday, I guess. And by the way, I watched the pay-per-view Money in the Bank match. I mean, the pay-per-view. Shoot, I thought it was great. The match, the ladder matches were real good. Some unique stuff. Still never heard of anybody being hurt off of it. They could have and should have. A fan recently asked Dixie Carter on Twitter about having a chance of Kevin Nash holding a TNA World title belt. Nash himself replied to the fan with the following: "It's fake. I've had 2 matches for the belts in 5 years. I'd rather hold my ball sack." Oh well. Scott and Rick Steiner, by the way, they're going to be inducted into the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame October 10th, Bay City, Michigan, at downtown Bay City Doubletree Hotel and Conference Center. And aside from their success in pro wrestling, the Steiners attended Bay City Western High School and earned All-American honors after the University of Michigan. Let's see. Matt Hardy noted on his Twitter that he's suffering from some back pain after the SmackDown Money in the Bank match on Sunday. That's as far as I've got with anybody kind of hurt. All right. I guess that's about it. I'm about out of time. So, hey, thanks for clicking. Pass this stuff around to other people, too, whenever you can. Hey, gotta go.